Yes, this period tracker app is making $8 million every single month, and I built the entire app without having to write one single line of code. Now in this video, I'll show you exactly how I did it step by step. So by the end, you too will have a fully functional app that's live and ready to generate serious revenue. No kidding. But here's the problem though. Most no-code tools only let you design the app. They don't set up the backend, the user accounts, or payment processing. So you're kind of left with something that looks good, but doesn't actually work. Now I tested many AI coding tools the last couple of months, as you've seen in the last handful of videos, and I found the best tool at this moment that is easy to use for anyone with zero coding experience. So here's exactly how you and I are going to build this app step by step. Step 1, we'll let AI generate the app idea and create a complete plan. Step 2, we'll build all the core features by cloning Flow Period and Cycles Tracker, one of the most successful health apps on the App Store. Step 3, we'll generate Stripe for payments so you can start earning money right away. And don't worry, you don't need to be a coding expert. I wouldn't say I'm one myself, but I made this tutorial super simple to follow even if you've never built an app before. And what makes this method different from all the others is that we're using only one AI tool, the most powerful AI coding assistant available for right now. Now, this isn't just some basic prototype. We're building a complete clone with all of the premium features that made the original period tracker app worth millions of dollars. And by the end of this video, I promise you're going to see how easy it is to turn an idea into a real working app that can generate serious revenue using AI. So let's go ahead and get started. The AI tool that will take care of everything that we do today will be called Lovable. I linked it down below so you can go ahead and check it out. And with the special link in the description box below, if you click on it, you will get double the credits, so you can actually have enough credits to build the app we're building today. Now, all right, so the first step is telling Lovable exactly what we want. So we start out by typing out our prompt, create a full-featured period tracking app with a modern UI design. The app should include period and fertility tracking, symptom tracking, a pregnancy mode, and health insights and education. And just like that, with a few simple words and a click, Lovable gets to work. And within seconds, it generates a fully designed app called Harmony. And honestly, folks, it already looks like something you'd find in the App Store today. Pretty impressive, right? But we're more than just about looks, so we're not going to stop here. We're going to dig deeper and refine it and add the features that will make this app truly seamless. Now, the first thing that needs fixing is, of course, the navigation. And right now, we gotta be honest, it is a little clunky, and because nobody likes an app that's hard to use, let's go ahead and fix it up and make it more intuitive. We will tell Lovable users should be able to navigate between different sections: period and fertility tracking, symptom tracking, pregnancy mode, and health insights and education. And we just wait a few seconds, and as you can see here, Lovable reorganizes everything, and now instead of scattered options, we have 4 clear sections: period tracking, symptoms, pregnancy, and insight. Now, that honestly already makes things a lot easier to navigate, but I don't know about you, there's still something that just doesn't feel quite right. Like, there's an extra navigation bar at the top with tabs labeled Calendar, Insights, Learn, and Profile, which I don't feel like we need anymore. So instead of just leaving it there to confuse our users, let's go ahead and clean house a little bit and type in, remove the first navigation, Calendar, Insights, Learn, and Profile. And just like that, the UI looks a lot sleeker, a lot simpler, and it is more user-friendly. Exactly what we want. And now that the structure is solid, we need to tackle something super important here: user authentication. Because nobody wants to lose months of personal health information just because there's no way to save it. And that's why we need to make sure users can sign up, log in, and then securely store their data too. So we will tell Lovable here, this app supports account creation, data storage, and secure authentication. Start by building building a functional UI and a database setup before adding individual features. We wait a little while and now our app is ready to connect to Supabase, which is going to handle all of the backend storage and authentication. Now, setting up Supabase might sound a little bit technical, but honestly, it's actually super simple. First, we click on Supabase at the top right here and we'll sign in. Now, once we're in, we need to grant Lovable the necessary permissions so it can integrate smoothly with our current project. And after that, we create a new project. We'll go ahead and name it, enter a secure database password, and click create. And that's it. The back end is now set up and we just need to link it to our app. And to do this, we ask Lovable to connect the sign up and login page with Supabase simply by typing connect the sign up login page with the back end of Supabase. Provide me with the site and redirect URLs. Now with this, Lovable immediately responds with a unique URL that we need to copy into Supabase to finalize the connection. And to complete the step, we navigate to the Supabase dashboard, and then we'll click on the authentication section. Under URL configuration, we'll find the field where we need to paste the URL Lovable already gave us beforehand. And once we paste it in, we'll click save, and just like that, our app and Supabase are now connected. Now it's time to test if everything actually works. We'll create a new account, enter an email, and of course input our password and attempt to log in. Now at first, everything seems fine until we hit an annoying issue. Supabase requires email confirmation before letting us actually log into our project. Now in some cases, email verification is a great security feature, but for an app like this one, it's kind of unnecessary. We want users to get in quickly without having to check their inbox every single time. Thankfully, fixing this is pretty easy. All we have to do is go back to our Supabase dashboard and then click on authentication and scroll down to the sign in, sign up settings area. Now under auth providers, we'll find the email section, and then we'll also see that the confirm email option is enabled by default. Now we simply want to toggle it off and then click on save. And again, just like that, email confirmation is no longer required. Now, when we do log in the next time, we can access the app instantly. All right, so far, so good. With authentication fully set up now, it's time to bring this app to life. Right now it looks great, but a period tracker that doesn't actually track cycles, yeah, not very useful. So now we need to make sure users can log their period start and end dates with a lot of ease. Let's not make it difficult for them. So to do this, we simply tell Lovable in the period section, create a user-friendly period tracking interface where users can log their period start and period end dates. And as with any automated process, we might run into a few hiccups along the way. And if we do spot an error, there's no need to panic. Lovable has a built-in fix. At the top right corner, there's a try to fix it button that we can click. And what will happen is that Lovable will automatically debug the issue itself. And once everything looks good, we can move on to the more exciting part, previewing the section to see what's actually working. Now, clicking preview gives us a real-time look at our progress in our project. Now in the period section, you can see we see a log period button. If we click on log your first period, it opens up a selection menu where users can choose their start date and end date. Now, once those details are entered in, the information is instantly reflected in the Insights tab, giving users a clear history of their cycles. But what if users don't want to manually track everything every time, every month? Well, that's where AI-powered predictions can come in. If the next period cycle isn't showing, we can ask Lovable to predict future cycles and ovulation based on past data. And there you go. Now the app includes a future prediction section, and it's showing upcoming periods and fertile windows. So every time one of our users logs into our app and logs a new period, the calendar view will update automatically, making tracking pretty effortless. Now we have a fully functional period tracker that not only logs past cycles, but it can also predict future ones, no extra manual calculations needed. And with this in place, our app is becoming a lot more powerful, but as always, there's always a little bit more we can add. Now, tracking periods is great and all, but understanding how your body changes throughout a cycle is even better. And that's why we're going to go ahead and add a symptom tracking section or feature, making it easy for users to log their daily mood, any physical symptoms they might be feeling like cramps or headaches, and even their sleep patterns. And to set this up, we ask Lovable to, for the symptom tracking feature, allow users to log their daily mood, any physical symptoms like cramps, headaches, bloating, etc., and of course their sleep patterns. And once that's in place and we press enter, we'll head on over to the symptoms tracking section. Now when users enter their symptoms like their mood or their sleep patterns and then hit save, their data is stored. But plain text isn't the most engaging way to track trends over time. It's not very visually appealing. But to make this more visually appealing, we'll go ahead and tell Lovable, display the symptom tracking in an interactive chart or graph to visualize changes over time. And with those few creative words, just like that, symptom patterns become easy to see at a glance, helping our users to spot trends like pre-period headaches or sleep changes throughout their cycles. And if there are any errors, well, again, no problem. All we have to do, like we did last time, was just click again the try to fix it button at the top right, and Lovable will troubleshoot automatically on its own. And now with everything working smoothly, it's time to go ahead and polish up our interface. The navigation page still includes home, period, insights, and learn. But in this section, we don't really need it here. So to keep the layouts a lot more focused and clutter-free, we'll ask Lovable to just remove the navigation page. Now, our symptom tracking section is fully functional and much more organized. Users can log their symptoms, they can log in their mood and their sleep patterns, and then after doing all that logging, we can view them in a detailed interactive chart that makes tracking effortless. Now next up, we're going to go ahead and add pregnancy mode to make this app even more fully featured and a lot more powerful for our users. Now planning for pregnancy or trying to conceive can feel overwhelming, so why not let our app do the tracking for our users? So in pregnancy mode, our users can access everything from fertility predictions to fetal development insights without the stress of manual calculations and a whole bunch of manual input. So to get started, we ask Lovable for the pregnancy mode section, implement a fertility tracking mode that predicts ovulation and the most fertile days. And with that done, we head over to the pregnancy section, and now there's a fertility tracker. Users can check their upcoming fertility windows and ovulation dates, so it'll make it easier to plan for conception. There will be no more guessing, no more endless cycle calculations, and instead, because of our app, just clear AI-powered predictions right at their fingertips. But you might ask, what if someone is already pregnant and they want to track their baby's growth? Well, that's where the next feature comes in. And to add even more value out of already what we've created, we'll ask Lovable to create a feature in pregnancy mode that tracks fetal development by weeks and provides educational content based on trimester progress. Now, when our users open pregnancy mode, they'll see a fetal development tracker with weekly progress updates, trimester highlights, and here even helpful tips at the bottom. So whether someone wants to know when their baby's heartbeat starts, or when to expect the first kicks, or how their body is changing each trimester throughout their pregnancy, it's all right here in this section. With both fertility predictions and fetal development insights, this section now supports users at every single stage, whether they're trying to conceive or already expecting. Congratulations. And just like that, another major feature is complete. Now, understanding your cycle is one thing, but knowing what it means for your overall health, well, that's next level stuff. So let's go ahead and tackle that. Let's add a health insights and education section that helps users make sense of their menstrual patterns. Now to get started, we'll go back to Lovable and type in, for the health insights section, add a health insights system that analyzes the user's menstrual cycle data and then offers health recommendations if irregular patterns are detected. detected. Now, what this means is that our app can now scan for things like unusual long cycles, missed periods, or irregular ovulation, and then provide personalized health insights for all of those scenarios. And if something seems off, users will get recommendations or alerts that might help them decide if they should consult a doctor. Of course, things don't always run perfectly on the first try, as we've seen before, and as we did before, again, if we hit an error, no need to stress out. When we see a build unsuccessful message, we simply click the try to fix it button at the top right, and Lovable will attempt to resolve the issue itself. And once everything is working smoothly and we're back on track, we'll head back up to the Health Insights section. Now, this space provides detailed information about menstrual health and personalized insights based on the user's logged in data. But we're not done yet, of course. We like to do more here on this channel. Health Insights are great, but you might ask, what if users want to learn more about reproductive health? Instead of making them search the internet and Googling or ChatGPTing for reliable sources, let's just bring the knowledge straight to them within our app because they're already there. So we'll tell Lovable in this section, generate educational articles and videos on reproductive health displayed based on the user's cycle phase. And with that update, a new additional resources section appears filled with educational articles and videos. Now, whether a user is in their follicular phase, ovulation, or luteal phase, they'll get relevant content tailored to wherever they are specifically in their cycle. Now, the app doesn't just track periods either. Obviously, from what we've done so far, it helps users do more, understand their health in a way that's easy, accessible, and personalized. But let's go ahead and do one more thing. One last step to wrap things up. Let's finalize everything and then see the full picture. Now, monetizing an app isn't just about making money. It's about sustainability and keeping it going. Now, if we want this period tracking app to stay useful and grow over time, we need a way to offer premium features while keeping things still smooth for our users. And that's where Stripe integration comes in. So here's the plan. We set up a subscription model, and you're familiar with that, where users can unlock premium tools for $9.99 a year. Pretty simple, right? Now, to make that happen, we just go back to Lovable and say, set up Stripe integration and subscription, where users need to subscribe for a premium plan in order to use the premium features. Now, Lovable will jump into action, setting up all the basics for us, but now it's also our turn to approve the backend changes. And a quick click on apply changes, and we're in business. Now comes the fun part, getting the app to actually process payments. Because Stripe needs a secret key to handle transactions. But before grabbing that, we will switch to test mode on so we don't accidentally charge real money while setting this up. Because, well, let's be real, nobody wants that surprise. Over in Stripe's developer tab, we'll go ahead and grab the secret key. We'll paste that into Lovable and then do the same thing for the publishable key, which makes everything work on the front end. But wait, we're not done just yet. Almost there. Users need an actual product to subscribe to. So let's go ahead and go back to Lovable and say, I added the Stripe API key. Here is the product ID before heading over to Stripe's product catalog to create the subscription. Inside Stripe, we click create a product. Enter the name, enter the description, the price, and the billing period, then hit add product. And once the product is created, we'll open it up, click the three dots menu here, and then copy the price ID. We'll return to Lovable and paste it all in, officially linking the subscription plan to the app itself. Now, one last piece. Webhooks. These tell the app what's happening in Stripe. So like when a user subscribes, cancels, or renews, and we tell Lovable, I want to add a Stripe webhook secret key. A link should pop up, sending us directly to Stripe's webhook dashboard, where here we grab the signing secret, paste it back into Lovable, and then hit submit. And just like that, Stripe is fully wired into our app. Now, time for the real test. Let's publish the app, create an account, and see that users are required to subscribe to unlock premium features. Clicking subscribe now takes us to Stripe's checkout page, and here's the cool part. Stripe will let us run test transactions using a fake temporary card. So we'll enter a fake card number, any future expiration date, any 3-digit CVC, and any postal code. Then we'll complete the payment. And just like that, the app unlocks our premium features, meaning the whole thing actually works. Success. Oh, wait, hold up. We're not stopping at just functionality. We'll like to do a little bit more on this channel. A great app doesn't just work well, it looks good too. So let's go ahead and tell Lovable, change the design and layout into a modern UI design. And in just seconds, everything gets a sleeker, more polished update. We do a quick mobile view check and looks like everything adapts perfectly to different screen sizes. And that's it. We've officially built a fully functional AI-powered period tracking app with cycle tracking, symptom logging, pregnancy insights even, and of course a health and education and premium subscriptions options, all without writing one single line of code. It's kind of crazy, right? The only question now is, well, what's next? Maybe adding AI-powered health predictions or expanding into fitness tracking. The possibilities are completely endless, and now at least you and I have a better idea about the tools to build them. Thank you for watching. Hit me up in the comments section below about what you want to see next, and I'll see you with that next one.